Hi everyone. No, it's weird to wave. Hi everyone. I'm here to help you familiarize yourself with the Daktronics All-Sport 5000 series control console. That might sound intimidating, but it's really just a fancy name for our score clock. First of all, if the console is powered off, the on switch is located on the back left-hand side. Once you've powered it up, it will display the numerical code for the last game played and will ask you if you wish to resume the game. You will press the clear or no button. It will then prompt you for the code of the sport you are running game clock for. It will automatically default to the last sport played, so it should be hockey, but in case it isn't, the code is 4402. Enter the code and press the enter or yes button. When it asks for your radio settings, just press yes to confirm. I'm going to go over the basic functions you will need to utilize while operating the score clock for a hockey game. Now, best practice is for an individual to clear the score clock at the conclusion of their game. However, if the previous game's data is still displaying, press the menu button and it will ask you if you want to start a new game. Press yes, and it will zero out all of your statistical categories. Now, the first thing you want to do is enter your home and away teams. Press the menu button, and then scroll down with the arrow keypad until you get to Roster Select Home, and press yes. The name of the last team entered will be displayed. Now, if you remember anything from this video, I hope this is it. Slide the score clock overlay off of the console to access the alphabetical keyboard. Keep in mind the score clock only has enough space to display 7 characters unless you do them in lowercase. And to do that, you just press the shift key before each letter. If the name you are entering is shorter than the previous name entered, there is no delete key. Simply press the space key until you've removed all the characters. When you're finished, press yes. It will also prompt you for an abbreviation. You can simply enter in the same name and press yes. Now it will prompt you to enter the guest team. So simply repeat the same steps as you did before. Once you've entered the teams, it will take you back to the menu. Press menu to get out. At this point, you can slide the numeric overlay back onto the front of the console. The first thing you will need to program in is a warm-up for the participants. On the right-hand side of the console, press the Set Main Clock button, and then enter the warm-up length. Standard would be 5 minutes. Just to be clear, it will appear as minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. When you've entered your time, press yes. Press the green Start button to begin running the clock. Before you proceed any further, double check that the horn is going to sound when the warm-up ends. If the yellow light is lit up on the horn button, it will sound when the warm-up is complete. After the warm-up is finished, you will prepare for puck drop by inputting the period length, by again pressing Set Main Clock and entering the appropriate time. Now, if you're running an intro to hockey game and there are shift lengths for the players, you'll need to turn on the interval horn. To do this, press the auto horn button, then press 1 to verify the horn is on. Next, it will ask you if you want the interval horn on, and you will again press 1. Then you will enter the shift length and press enter. Now the horn will sound every time the interval length is reached. As the game goes on, you are responsible for starting and stopping the clock, entering goals, shots on goals, and penalties. Starting and stopping the clock is very straightforward. Press the green start button to start, and the red stop button to stop. Now, if you happen to be new to the game, you want to start the clock the second the puck hits the ice on the face-off. You'll want to stop the clock immediately when you hear the referee's whistle. When a goal is scored, you will go to the appropriate team on the console and press the Score +1 button. If you make a mistake and add the goal on the wrong side, just press the Score -1 button to remove the goal, and then the Score +1 button under the other team. Now for shots on goal, we want to be sure that we're tracking this correctly. By definition, a shot on goal is any shot directed toward the net that would have gone in if it wasn't stopped. If a shot hits the post and stays out, this is not a shot on goal. Also, you want to be sure to add the shots under the team that is taking the shot, not the team that is giving up the shot. Press the Shots on Goal +1 button to add each shot to the clock. When a penalty is called, you will go to the appropriate team on the console and press the Player Penalty button. It will then prompt you for the player number. Enter the penalized player's number and press Enter. It will automatically default to a 2-minute minor penalty. If you need to change this time for a major penalty, just enter 5 and press Enter. If the other team scores a power play goal, you will press the Delete Penalty button. Select the appropriate penalty and press Enter. Now, there's only room on the score clock for 2 penalties to display. However, you will need to input additional penalties into the console, and they will show up on the score clock once a previous penalty has ended. Now, in the case of coincidental penalties, penalties that occur during the same stoppage of play, the players must remain in the penalty box for the entire duration of the penalty, and they are let out at the first stoppage of play after that. Now, this is very important. For intermissions with outstanding penalties on the scoreboard, make sure that you press the Disable Penalty Clocks button before running a countdown clock for the break. The console will display DS if the penalties are disabled, and if they are enabled, it will display EN. One other thing of note is the timeout function. Whichever team calls the timeout, you will go to their side of the console and press the timeout button, and it will default to a full, which is 30 seconds. When you press Enter, the timeout clock will begin running. Hopefully this information will help you operate our score clock. Thanks for your time and good luck.